Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, November 22nd, 2024. I am Bishop Terrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral. With me today is Sunshine Cathedral's executive minister. He's also my husband, Bishop Robert Griffin. Sunshine Cathedral's Minister of Connections, the Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Sunshine Cathedral Minister of Education. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be part of it no matter where you live in the world. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. If you enjoy the Queer God Squad, please share this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities. At Sunshine Cathedral, we want you to know that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. What's queer about Advent? The Christian year begins with Advent, which starts the Sunday closest to November 30th and lasts through Christmas Eve. That period will have 4 Sundays, which usually are meant to meditate on hope, peace, joy, and love. Traditionally, ways of observing Advent includes intentional generosity, such as giving to church or charity or directly to someone who might be in need. Worship, maintaining an Advent wreath, prayer, study, and reflection, and some people even fast, skipping a meal each day or eating usual meals but much smaller than usual, or some people fast by avoiding certain foods like meat or dessert or alcohol, etc. The focus of the season is preparing for Christmas, a 12-day period beginning on December the 25th that celebrates the birth of Jesus. The Christian year consists of Advent, Christmastide, Epiphany, and the weeks after called either Ordinary Time or the season after Epiphany, Lent, Eastertide, Pentecost, and Ordinary Time. At Sunshine Cathedral, we also throw in Pridetide, celebrating the history and gifts of the LGBTQ+ community. But it all starts with Advent, the start of the adventure of a new year. Advent, from the Latin word Adventus, means coming. The Queer God Squad now takes a stab at queering Advent. I love Advent, really.
I do. It's my favorite. I love it.
It's one of my favorite liturgical season, church season, and the entire church year. And I love because it's the decorations comes out. I love it because the vestments change, and blue is my favorite color when we're in Advent, blue and all of that. But I think it's just that magical time of the year, not only because of, leading up to Christmas, but it's that anticipation of hope. And we're expressing, there seems to be more love, hope, peace, and joy in the atmosphere. And we find a way to kind of maintain that, hopefully throughout the new year, but sometimes it wipes me. But it always brings us back to Advent, a new beginning, a new season, something, and we're anticipating something that's coming, and whatever that might be that thing that fills us with love, hope, joy, and peace. But how do we queer it? Lord have mercy. Bring out all the gay perils and everything else, and let's deck the hall with all the fun stuff that we can deck them with. But I think that's just fun to know that even in all the communities where we celebrate Advent and we choose to give up something or not give up something, or do meals or differently, eat a little bit more, eat a little bit less, or I'm eating a little bit more, I'm just going to tell you now. So it's just that down here. But I think as we look at queer Advent, it's also meaning asking, what does it mean to us as a gay person? Yeah. What does this season offer us as a gay person or a lesbian, bisexual, whatever it may be? But what does it bring to us? And then also, what do we as a gay community give back out to the community at large? What do we give back to our queer community in that sense of being who we are and giving back all that we can?
The Advent is coming, something's coming, and of course what's coming is Christmas. And so we're waiting for this celebration of the birth of Jesus, and then some people think that or try to believe, choose to believe, want to believe that he's gonna make a return visit, that he might come back.
Rope.
Yeah. And a comeback tour, as it were. And so I'm not in that camp. But the point is that whether it's celebrating the coming of Jesus, the little baby, which shows that God is present among the least and the lowly in the most difficult circumstances, people that are marginalized, scandalized, that you find God, you find holiness, you find sacredness. Angels are singing about the birth of a homeless kid with an unknown paternity. So I love the story about, but even if you're waiting for this return, for this comeback tour, even that's saying one day, justice is going to be established, and this guy's going to be leading the way. But one day there's going to be peace, there's going to be justice, there's going to be fairness. So either take on it says something good is coming, or it will come. If it's not already on its way, it will come. We trust that something good will come. And I think that's a message we're going to need in the next 4 years, possibly 8 or even 12. So God forbid. But I think that when we're struggling for dignity, for human rights, for equity, for equality, for justice, for safety, I think it'll be very therapeutic and very empowering to remind ourselves something good will come. Whatever's terrible, it's terrible now, but something good will come. We have to resist the terrible, and we have to believe that something good eventually will come. That's how we come together in community to remind each other of that. And so I think that's how Advent is queer for me, because in my queer activism, it's going to be very important for me to remember and to say that something good will come. It may be very difficult today, but in the fullness of time, something good will come.
Right. There's people in the community, people at large, who think those who identify as LGBTQ are unhappy or sad or live just awful, pitiful lives. We hear that and it's like, really? I think that living lives of joy and living lives of hope, saying, I love people, I am hopeful about the future, I'm living my joy, that's a way to queer Advent, just to be authentic and just to be happy, to be joy-filled. As Bishop Durrell said, there are good things, there are hopeful things that can come. And if we live that out, that to me is really queering Advent.
I guess I'm just going to do a variation on this theme. And I didn't know that I needed to queer Advent because as a member of the queer nation, everything I do just brings queerness to the world.
It just does, Kevin.
The third week, the candle is pink.
I love the season, the entire season, Hallow, Giving, Vent, Mess, because it is during that time where we all get to show a different side of ourselves. We get to dress up our homes and put living trees in the middle of our living rooms and decorate them and go out and try to sing to the world to bring some joy to them. And right now, in this world in which we live, in this country, these United States, we have got to do everything that we can to remind our queer community that hope did not die on Election Day, that our faith will bring us through to a better time. So I think, just like all of you, that the beginning of the church calendar year is a time where we can say to so many people, we are here, we are queer, and get used to it.
All right.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for being with us, where we talk every day, Monday through Friday, about things that are affecting our LGBTQ plus community.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together.
We all are in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.
Bye.